Hello, I am your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor, Latricia Booker, here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, we are history makers. We are world changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, kingdom people. We are. Kingdom people, thank you all so very much for viewing my videos. Thank you for all your likes, subscribes, for all your shares, for all your financial contributions to my channel, for all the seeds that you sow into me in my ministry, for all the comments and feedbacks, for all your bookings, and for all of your purchases. Kingdom people, I thank you so very much for all that you do here on Kingdom Business. Kingdom people, thank you. So Kingdom people, I am on location, and you already know what I'm here to do. And if you don't know, then now you know. I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. So, Kingdom people, I am the chain breaker, and you are chain breakers too. Are y'all ready to break these chains? Let's go. So, Kingdom people, come on, let me upgrade you. Kingdom people, come on, let me activate you. Let's do this, Kingdom people. Step into it. You have to step into it. Whatever it is, God is leading you to step into, it is time to step into it. Now listen, here's what is going on here. What God has been speaking to me about in particular is how there are so many things, there are so many spirits and so many elements that are designed to keep you from stepping into it, to keep us as people from stepping into it, from stepping into what God designed and ordained for his people to do. And the thing is this, kingdom people, God is saying that he has cleared the way. You have had to walk through many things. You still are walking through some things. You've had to learn some things. You know, your eyes have been open to some truths. And a lot of that truth is how things have been literally designed to keep you down, to keep you from moving forward, to keep you from elevating, to keep you from going higher, whether it be circumstantially, whether it be people that you've be in a relationship with, or just people in your life, just people around. I'm here in your workplace. Kingdom people, there's so many things that are contributors to trying to keep you from rising into what God has called you to be, that is really nameless. But the thing is this, kingdom people, God is saying step into it. He's calling you to step into it. Now, your step into it may be different from mine or someone else's. It's all different for all of us. But here's the thing. Whatever God is speaking to you about, he's saying step into it. And he's saying you have to take the steps that he's telling you to take. You can't try to get to the bigger picture without taking the first step and then the next step. If you try to look at the far bigger picture, you will overwhelm yourself. I mean, keep that as a focus, of course, as a goal, as your aim, but don't think that everything is going to be done all at once to reach that point. And we have to remember this, kingdom people, it's not us doing it, it's God's doing. Let me share a little story. So I believe that was yesterday. I had a little moment, a temporary moment of what, when is it going to happen? A particular thing that God has spoken to me about. And I say it was a temporary moment because that's not even like me. For the most part, it's not like me. But I laughed at myself after I did that. And what God brought to my attention, he had to remind me, and this is something I'm very aware of, but sometimes those are not even your thoughts, especially when you are one of faith, when you are one who just believe God. Sometimes you can pick up on, see, it's a collective energy, and many people think that way. When God, when, or some people want you to think that way, or want you to feel like it can't happen for you. They're the ones that try to project that energy onto you. Some of these people don't have anything to look forward to. Some of them want certain things, but it's not happening for them, and they don't want you to get to wherever it is that God is taking you to. Not wanting to get too much into that and them ones, but the point is the energy can be felt. You can pick up on things like that, and many a times that's not even you, unless it is, of course. But I'm saying all this to say, in my experience that I'm sharing here, it wasn't even me. And it's not even a way that I do things or a way that I think. So immediately I laughed about it. But here's the kicker. God began to point things out to me and say, what do you mean? And he pointed different things. He like, you got this, you got that, you got this in place, you working on this. And he pointed out you doing and taking the steps and following the steps that I'm telling you to take. So what are you talking about? He said, it's happening. But again, it tickled me because I really didn't mean what I said. But what God was showing me is that's the way so many people think. That's a common question. That's a common thing where people, question God, like when. But he's saying step into it. He said it's happening now. It's happening as you act, as you take the step that he's taking you to take. It goes back to the saying, you might not see the whole stairwell, but just take the steps. I forget exactly how that quote go. I believe it's Dr. Martin Luther King. But the point is, take the steps that God is telling you to take. Step into it. As you stepping into it, he's taking you into it. He's taking you to it and through it. He's taking you exactly where he told you he was going to take you. But you have to step into it. Now, going on with this, the little moment I had yesterday, God also just kind of really pointed something out to me, because when it comes to a particular thing that God said that he was going to do, he literally said to me, I didn't tell you how I was going to do it. I just told you that I was going to do it. And I just laughed because it's true. He said, sometimes what we can do is we looking for it to happen here because God is saying do this. Or we looking for it to happen here and it ain't looking like we think it should. But God is saying he ain't say how he was going to do it. He just said that he would. And all you need to do is step into it. Step into whatever it is he's telling you to do. Furthermore, God said this to me. He said, do you believe me? Do you trust me? And it's a thing, kind of people, where I do. I believe God, I trust God. And it was kind of a rhetorical question from God. It was rhetorical because he know I trust him. He know I believe him. But he had to present that to me to say, like, what you doing? And it's a thing, again, where that ain't even me. But he was really, I just had to laugh about the whole thing. But it was good at the same time because I needed that. That reassurance was good. But again, he was pointing out to me how some people think. And he kind of gave me this message to share. Step into it. Step into it. Now, again, what God has mentioned to me is that he's clearing the pathway. He's clearing the way for so many of you all. Again, you've been through so many things. It may be still things trying to go on because, again, it's always that energy and those evil forces that are out there that are trying to prevent you from getting to where God is taking you. And many a times, these are people who they don't believe. They don't have what you have. They don't have the faith. God might not even be moving them to walk in any kind of a direction per se, or telling him to step into anything, because they're not even in alignment with him. They're not even trying to walk in his ways. And so many of times those entities and forces will try to deter you. Now, I'm saying all that to make the point to say, when these kind of thoughts come up, it very well may be stemming from those energies around you, those entities around you that want to keep you in doubt, that want you to question. Now, again, it very well may be you. If it's a way that you're accustomed to thinking, if it's something that you're practicing, if it's something that is something you're used to doing, which is why it's so important to talk the right kind of talk, to think the right kind of thoughts. You have to change your mind and your perspective from a negative mindset to a positive mindset. You have to think the right thoughts. You have to literally build this up within yourself. So for it to work for you, then what happens is when this becomes you and who you are, I'm hearing know thyself. What happens is you begin to know you, yourself, your own thoughts, what is you. So when something foreign comes along, that's an indication that that's an outside thought. That's an external thought. That's not yours. It's something that may be attempting to be projected on you and or just the thoughts of those around or in the atmosphere, because people are thinking these thoughts. But for you, you trust, you believe, you have faith. God said what he said, and he's saying step into it. Now, Galatians 5:1, this keeps coming up. Galatians 5:1 says, stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. So again, God is saying stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith he made you free. Stand on that and step into it. Don't be entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Them crazy thoughts, them why God and when. Do you believe him? Do you trust him? He said when you say when, God, when, he said right now. It's happening right now. Step into it. Keep following his directions. Keep doing what he's telling you to do. It's happening. Step into it, kingdom people. Step into it. Philippians 3:13-14 says, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do. Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching forth unto those things which are unto the, wait a minute. I don't know what I did. I double wrote. Let me start over. Brethren, I count myself to have not apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind, and reaching unto those things which are before me. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. So what does this mean? First of all, we're going to let go of them things that are behind us. We ain't on all that. Remember them wrong thoughts, them questions, them when God, when, them what? No. We're pressing forth. What did he say? That's what we pressing forth towards, the mark. You stepping into it. Move towards that what he said. When God, when? What's going on? It's happening right now, kingdom people. Step into it. What he telling you to do? Press forward. Press towards that mark that he gave you. Whatever he told you, whatever he's showing you, step into it. Press towards it. It's happening now, kingdom people. You just have to step into it and keep stepping 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 into it. See how they go, kingdom people? Step into it. I told you, come on, let me upgrade you. Come on, let me activate you. Step into it, kingdom people. Okay? All right. So, kingdom people, I am going to let that rest right there. If you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Then click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Then click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this from Kingdom People. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, if you are interested in purchasing any of my products, if you are interested in sowing a seed into me and my ministry, You can find all the information right down below in the description box. Also, check out my podcast and the Facebook group for the podcast show, where you can comment and share your perspectives and give your input. All that information is also right down below in the description box. So, Kingdom people, y'all know I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave you. It's funny. But I have to go right now. But I will be back to hold my kingdom people down. Kingdom people, I love you all so very much. Kingdom people, with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. Now, Kingdom people, that is my time. Jesus girl, she's out. Peace.